Man, fuck all that, man.
You off that?
Just that quickly?
Yo, I hear y'all, but yo, fuck all that shit y'all talking about.
What's on your mind, Joe?
No, I mean,
I don't think there's anything to really get to this week.
it was
Not much happened.
It was a slow week.
It wasn't slow in my mind at all.
It was a slow week.
My mind was racing away.
Yeah, I was kind of looking for some things that we can talk about, and I couldn't really come up with nothing.
I got some.
Okay.
I got a few.
But let's hear it.
Well,
It's funny you say that.
funny you should mention it, Maul. Just over the weekend on my birthday. Now we got to talk about all the great music that's been released.
Great. Okay.
All right,
What
so
was
you know
great
what?
then?
Let me tell you.
Put me on.
All right, let me start. We'll just start with like story time, right? So let me play some music. Hold up. This is how I'm starting my story.
Emotional roller coaster. This is interesting. Let me see where you're going with this one.
Yeah, check me out.
I'm checking you out.
Shout out to Vivian Green, by the way. Very underrated R&B record
Very,
right
very
here.
underrated R&B record.
Spotify get mad every time I play a record. I'm sure they do. They're like, nigga, get that shit. Emotional roller coaster, right? All right.
Give her a stream.
Let me, yeah, word. All right,
Give her half a cent.
so Friday was my birthday, right?
Friday was your birthday.
And that means that Thursday, my birthday was approaching.
That is a fact.
Did you turn up on Friday or Thursday?
Friday. My plan was always to turn up on Friday, right? So Thursday, in the great words of Rory and Cardi, was regular schmegula still. Like, I went to bed. I went to bed at a fairly decent time, the way I normally go to bed at a fairly decent time. I went to sleep around 8.
What?
8,
Might have Instagrammed your plate.
get some Z's.
Right.
Now the chef is on vacation. He out in Vegas, Insta snapping it up with his friends.
No wonder your pops.
I'm
had to make the
home
burgers
starving.
yesterday.
Yeah, this shit is fucked up in my crib, man. So I went to sleep, and because I was trying to, get some energy because I was gonna have a wild birthday in my head anyway. And I woke up around 3. I woke up around 3 a.m. So it was my birthday. Actually, let me not lie. My plan was to have a very chill, low-key birthday. I didn't want to see anybody. Sin was planning a real big surprise shindig.
Yeah.
I had to repeatedly let her know, listen, I don't want to see anybody, I don't want to go anywhere, and I don't really want to do anything. So that was a thing.
That doesn't leave a lot of options.
Yeah, I mean, so that was a real thing. Listen, the schedule is getting kind of packed. I hate to sound like that. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah.
We about to be real busy. So any day where you could just rest,
Yeah.
I'm trying to rest.
Needed.
I feel you.
But you didn't rest on your birthday.
I did actually.
Well,
I did.
Friday you didn't rest.
Friday night, like 12:30, Saturday morning. But anyway, so listen, so I get to my phone at 3 a.m. and I have 777 mentions.
That's a scary number.
I'd be terrified when I have a lot of mentions and I haven't tweeted anything.
Oh my, yo, and I was low. I ain't tweet nothing.
I'd be scared when I see 20 mentions.
Yeah.
Because I don't tweet like that. So
Yo. So that's what I saw. So my heart started beating fast, right? But then I remembered it was my birthday.
right. So you thought everybody was just wishing you happy birthday.
So
Oh man.
so I
What a bummer.
so I
feel bad
immediately
now.
get in my head and because I didn't want
to
to
receive love.
I didn't want to. No, I was angry.
Okay. You didn't want
I didn't
love.
want to be bothered on my birthday, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I damn sure don't want to read 800 messages from niggas.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying as I hit the double tap to scroll up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, come on, man. Y'all, I know y'all. Yo, come on, y'all. Just chill.
Right.
And then it got to the top.
That's on the roller coaster. To the top. I get it. I see where you're going. The roller
now at the
coaster
top
got to
of
the
the
top.
mountain.
Top of the
Oh
roller
man, it
coaster
got
right
to the
there.
top, and it just stood there for a little bit, like Kingdom Car.
Yeah.
You got your hands in the air at this point.
Yo, I got to the top of the shit, and everybody tastes like, yo, it's a new M joint. I ain't getting that, yo. And I said, I scrolled down a little more. That's what the first 50 tweets said.
Yeah.
And I said, oh shit, there might be some truth to this. This might be like the real deal.
Right. This is happening.
As I continued to read, you guys, that's what all of them said. Further down, they started quoting the line.
That's when the quotes start happening.
Yeah. After that, somewhere around the 300 mark,
Yeah.
they started saying, "Oh, he's in his bag." Then it was that.
Yeah.
I'm just giving y'all rapper lyric thinking. Like, the fans are hyping. The fans that make you think some shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were.
The fans, I was a little.
That he got you the fuck
Oh
out of
yeah.
here.
I was like,
Yeah, because I got some of the mentions and I was like, wait, nah, this ain't true.
it was
And then I went and saw it was true, and I'll let you continue.
Then continued on with your
So
Yeah.
day. Same.
So I went and I checked the iTunes. No, they the ops. I went and I checked the credits and I went to the song, and my name was there. And then I stopped listening to the song because my name was there, right?
Right.
Because that's none of your business.
And then I just started rapping in my head. Let me be honest. Immediately.
Okay.
Drop of a dime. Just started rapping.
And with that, you are now about to drop the exclusive diss record. Hit play.
Yesterday, I told myself I was gonna be.
Then I remembered I was retired.
Okay.
Then I remembered I was
Yeah,
retired.
you got a little
Then I
ahead
remember.
of yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause I know how you do.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Start
yeah.
running through the house.
Yeah. Me and Brooklyn.
end up in the yard
me and
somewhere.
Brooklyn just running around the kitchen island, jogging, slap box in the air,
And then you had to
Cuba.
remember,
Boys
I'm
in the
retired.
throw a roundhouse in there every now and then, the uppercut. That's the only time a nigga show you the uppercut in the arsenal when the slap
That
boxing.
nigga never throws that.
Never in a real fight.
Ever.
That's the one to sleep you too.
Yeah, but that's a risky one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 'cause you,
You
get
leave
slept.
yourself
You get
exposed.
slept if you
You leave
can't.
yourself
Mad
exposed.
exposed.
Don't miss.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
miss
a
the
fact.
uppercut.
Yeah.
Where was I going with that uppercut? How did we get on uppercut?
You was running around
listening.
after you heard.
Oh yeah. All right, so then I remembered I was retired,
Right.
and then I went back to sleep. I went to cuddle with my girl. Then fuck this shit.
Right.
So then the next day came, and I said, all right, let me listen to the album. And I listened to the album with my fan ears. With my fan ears. I want to say that that's important. And let me also say that this might be a nerdy podcast, this one.
Well, it'll be a lot of lyrical miracle breakdowns.
Yeah, this might be a little nerdy. This ain't really this is for y'all. Damn, my memory again. What was I just saying?
You went
You
back
went to
sleep.
listen as a fan.
Oh yeah. Let me just say, as a fan, right? I think that's one of the things that people that actually do music really hate about doing music. We're unable to hear music and enjoy it.
Because it's a job.
It's work.
Yeah.
I always hated that. I hated that I couldn't. I was jealous of fans, that fans got to hear music the way it's intended to be heard and not as a job. So let me say, in my retirement, I kind of regained some of that.
Yeah.
I don't, because I'm not competing and because I'm not in it and because I'm not so invested that way, I kind of just hear music and enjoy it. I think that answers the question for a lot of my music fans of Joe Budden music out there who wonder how I like a lot of the stuff that I like. And we're going to touch on that a little bit later too, because that's really important.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I always try to stay away from studios. Like, I hate that process of listening to music because I feel like that it forces you by the time you hear the finished product, you don't love it. You don't have a real love for it.
Yeah.
And you start to listen to music differently. Like, after I started being in studios a lot, like, I'm listening to other music and I'm like, damn, that's mixed horribly.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I
Yeah.
can't hear enough of the bass here. I can't hear. And I'm just like, when did I turn into this person?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hate it.
I remember just listening to music and just loving it or hating it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, why don't I like it? I know it's not enough of this. It's not that. But go ahead. Back to what you were saying about the ears, the fan ears.
So I'm listening. So I begin to listen to Eminem's album with my fan ears on, and I was really excited. I got really excited at what I started to hear. To me, it just sounded very different than his entire approach on the previous album. It almost sounds like he had the mixtape mentality. Anybody can get it. no label, no single. I'm tearing niggas up. This is what I'm here to do. It's the exact thing I thought he should have did on the last album. I thought in the last album he should have reminded people how dope of an MC he is, and he didn't.
Yeah.
He did something different. So I was very happy as a fan to see him take that approach, because when you take that approach, it doesn't only reflect in your lyricism, it reflects in your entire approach.
Yeah.
Right.
The beats were different.
Yeah.
They were more aggressive.
Yeah.
They were a different style.
Yeah.
He dropped it out of nowhere. Surprise. Whoa, sneak attack. That's a little different too for you, megastar, big major machine man. I guess you just found out that people were doing that. People that are as big as you can do that. Yeah. Just everything was different.
Right.
So I guess as a fan, I was really happy to see that. Everything I was mad about on the last album, I was fixed here.
It felt like he wanted
Somehow.
he wanted to make this album, because I'd said with the previous one, M was at a point in his career that he doesn't have to do the poppy shit to stay
Well,
relevant.
that's what we thought. And then he attempted to do it.
Yeah. That's why I was so mad at the last album. He didn't need to get the 7 white chicks to sing the hooks and do all the poppy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
This
why
sounded
is
like
Pink on the album?
Exactly, yeah. Like, it felt like he was listening to fucking Redman on his way to the studio for this shit.
Well, with this album, I learned some things about Eminem. He definitely pays attention more than I thought he did to social media and what the fans are saying.
We're going to talk about that later too.
But more importantly, man, I'll let you finish because I don't want.
No, go ahead.
I know I don't want to jump ahead. I just want because I see I wanted to kind of keep a timeline of what's going on.
Well, I
so.
think whatever label intern tweeted that out from his Twitter account, it was right. I didn't overthink this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he introduced the album to everybody. Because it felt like he was overthinking and trying to please too many people and trying to find an angle for his approach on the last album. And it came off corny and it came off disingenuous. This just felt like, nope, I'm going to go in and rap. I like that beat a lot. I'm going to go rap on that. And then left.
Yeah.
But see, I have the one problem that I have with the album is, and I'm a fan just listening to music. I feel like Eminem is trying to still prove that he can rap. And
Yeah.
I don't think that nobody has ever said that Eminem can't rap. So it's like I didn't understand. Like listening to it, it's like he sounds like he's at this point in his career he's trying to prove something. And when you're at this
Because
point,
he is.
Yeah.
But he
Well,
doesn't
after
have
the response to the
but that's-
last album, I think he felt he had to prove.
But that's
I'm
my
glad to hear him try to prove something.
No, but see, that's the problem I have with it. When you're
Can
a
I
rapper,
ask y'all a question? Because I'm gonna forget, and because it goes to whatever you about to say. Would y'all say that most creators are insecure?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't know if most creators. I don't know if it's insecure. I would say that they're.
I know we have to live in this place of self-doubt and uncertainty sometimes,
Yeah,
and I know that that's different from being insecure.
I think sensitive is the word.
Okay, but what I hear when I listen
Well,
to that
sensitive
album
and
is a
insecure
very
kinda-
insecure
yeah,
man.
sensitive and
'Cause
insecure kinda walk the same
it
line.
speaks to what you're saying.
Yeah,
If M was M, I mean, if M viewed himself the way that we view him or have viewed him, he wouldn't be trying to prove he can rap.
right.
You know good and goddamn well Jay-Z is not trying to prove to niggas that he can rap.
and that's my point. That's my point. At this point in your career, it's in cruise control. At this point, like you just going in here and creating and just whatever is coming to your mind creatively, you're just putting it out there to the world. Like I feel like he went in there like his career was dependent on this album.
I mean,
Or his legacy was dependent on this
I'm
album.
not mad at him trying to prove that he can rap because that's what he does well. I'm more mad when he tries to prove that he can make these different types of pop hits and try to be political and try to do this other shit, which is cool. But I think that when a great creator is just trying to prove I'm really good at what I do and I'm going to show you again and again and again, that leads to more longevity than let me try to show you that I can do this shit too.
I think that's the
Try to do
wrong
this shit
approach,
too.
though. I think when you're a creative, you have to live in the moment. Like creativity comes to you. It's just something that you can't force creativity. You have to live, you have to experience, and you have to draw creative energy from whatever it is that you're experiencing and that you're living. That's my thought.
I agree.
Like when you start to force creativity,
I agree.
You feel it. It's
I
like,
think
yo,
that-
you don't really feel like that.
Yes,
I agree.
You don't really feel like that.
I love where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't feel like that. I know you don't feel like that
getting
because I can feel
excited.
that that's something that you just
Relax.
somebody heard or you heard somebody say that and now you, but that ain't real. When you're a creative, it's like you just drawing inspiration from just life.
I agree with you, but I think that when you're trying to force the creativity into something like, all these kids are rapping on this type of music now, let me show that I can do that.
That's
the shit that fucks them
that's
up.
where you go
when you're just
wrong.
an
Yeah,
excellent rapper.
That's
like, let me
where
just
you.
rap on
That's
some
where
shit.
you fuck
Go
up.
crazy.
Steph Curry can't try to dunk on everybody
Right.
next season. That's
Exactly.
not what you do.
Exactly.
That's not your game.
Listen, let's.
But I
let's-
do think
Oh, go ahead.
that trying to prove that you could rap better than everyone, I think that's where M's second half of his discography, he's been doing that, and it sacrificed the replay value. Marshall Mathers LP, of course he was rapping his ass off, but he was making songs and structures that fit him, and it had a replay value. I think like with the Rap God shit, I listened to it
Well,
once. I thought it was
right.
fucking amazing. I'm not going to go back and listen to that.
Yeah, for sure.
This M album, I liked it, and it proved that he could rap better than everyone in the fucking world. I don't know how much I'm running back.
This
to listen
last
to it.
album?
Yeah.
I don't know if it proves that.
And I'm with Maul. All of y'all stop right there. I wanna continue to big him up.
Oh no, no doubt.
I want to continue to. Joe always wants to start with love.
We've heard the verses.
Yeah.
They never end with love.
But I want to finish. I want to finish the love first. Okay. Back to him correcting all of the things that a lot of us hated on the last project. I really hated that Royce was not on the last album.
Yeah.
Boy, was I angry.
Right.
I get angry for other people that I love a lot, and I just felt like he should have been there, even if he didn't feel that way. So it was great to see Royce's name. It was great to see Joyner Lucas's name.
Yeah.
That meant a lot. That meant that you've heard Joyner Lucas. That means that you've been outside.
And understand your
It
influence.
means you've been on the internet. Very telling. We'll get to why all of that's telling later. So I was really happy to see that. What else was I happy about on this album?
I was happy at the beat selection for the most part.
Yeah.
Production.
Outside of the few, what Parks was saying,
Yeah.
the Drake beats.
But it was definitely a step up
newer
from the
Kid
last
beats,
album.
They were great.
Yeah.
And I was really happy about some of the concepts.
Yeah.
Some of the concepts, you know, I felt like introspective M has been dead for a little while now. Outside of you giving us the very formulaic
Yeah, that's what I was
emo
gonna say.
first single,
Yeah, it's nice that he
where
got
you
away from the,
lean on some sentimental shit.
It's nice that he got away from the Bon Jovi beat with the white girl singing the chorus.
Yeah. We
Which
That's
there
been
was,
his
which there
go-to
was
for a while.
7 of
Yeah.
them on the last
Yeah.
album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. It's true what you guys are saying.
That motherfucker, love the way you lie worked. And M said, well, doing this for the rest of my career.
Skylar Greyjoy is what said it all.
Oh, yeah, it was a Skylar Grey. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, he's done it with all of them. He's done it with a lot of them. See, I think that's what I walked away with when I had my fan ears on listening to the Eminem album. I was really, 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 really happy about the change of pace, the change of imagery, the change of direction. I was really happy about all of those things.
What do you
Yeah.
think about the cover when you speak about imagery with the Beastie Boys nod?
I'm over Eminem's infatuation with the
With
Beastie
Beastie
Boys.
Boys.
I am. I've been over that for quite some time.
I love the Beastie Boys too, so I feel them, but
Me,
I understand what
me
you're
too.
saying.
I thought it was good. I mean,
Me
with
too.
the kamikaze shit, I thought it was a good play.
yeah.
I like the cover.
Not Revival. What was the album before Revival? One of them albums, that whole rollout
Yeah, he had the
was the Beastie
Boys
Boy
video.
Jack with the Beastie Boy video.
Rick Rubin produced
when you
it.
changed
Yeah,
your
yeah,
hair and you and Rick Rubin was together. Oh, the old Shady is coming back. It's blonde now. That whole thing you were doing that somebody said was cool.
It wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool at all.
And I'm not the gatekeeper for cool, but that
Me
was
neither. I'm not cool.
Yeah, that
either,
wasn't cool.
But that wasn't cool. I know when some shit ain't cool.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, I
mean,
can be the
Eminem-
gatekeeper for uncool.
we know, and I don't mean this in a bad way because I think I am one as well. He's a rap nerd, so he loves that shit, and Beastie Boys are what he grew up on.
You all right, man?
How far do you guys want to go with hot takes today?
Let's go all the way.
Yo.
Is that an 8
I'm fucking with you.
It sounded a little, I mean, but
fine.
we here.
Broke the tension.
we here still. Hey, you know what's funny? I did kind of have that conversation with myself before I got here. Like, am I gonna pause anything today? Because I'm mad. Like, I'm not stopping to pause while I'm mad. Anyway,
I got you. I got the pause button. Don't worry
with the
about
hot takes, yeah, you hold the pause button, Mom. With the hot takes. Let me start by saying I'm so glad this day has finally arrived.
it. Me too.
Felt long overdue.
Man, this has been building up.
Because
for a
while you
long-
say, Rory, that
Man.
M is a rap, I'm a rap nerd.
No, that's why I said I consider myself
and
one
me
too.
and me too,
I think we all are.
and
Yeah.
and me too.
It wasn't a diss or a slight. We're rap nerds.
I consider Slaughterhouse to be rap nerds as well.
Right.
Absolutely.
And rap nerds speak rap nerd language. Boy, am I glad this day is finally here. Because it allows us to be truthful finally. Boy, I love when the gloves come off. I love when we could stop dancing around respect. Because I was taught this industry is built off of relationships. So let me start by saying, early in my career, I dug myself in a big hole, having to learn that one. Got to be careful about the holes you dig yourself in. You never know when you'll need your reputation and credibility later.
Right.
I want to say that we're going to be very honest today. Very truthful. Really.
And understand that this is not coming from a place of
At all.
anger, a place of hate,
At all.
a place of
At all.
disrespect.
Not at all.
Right.
And let me say, I haven't spoken to Maul or Rory about anything I'm about to say at all, or Parks.
No.
no.
I like when we do
But-
podcasts like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this has been a convo behind the scenes for a long time. So let's get to the shits, right?
You're now listening to A-Rod Music.
Already all streaming on Spotify
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Look, it was around 9-9, baby coming while I was at rock bottom. Ironic shit, I was listening to rock bottom. Pockets, rabbit ears, no paper, lot of cotton. Had some charges stemming from me and my squad robbed. Yo, so that record was originally a diss record, Marshall. In classic Joe Budden diss record fashion, I was starting with love. The therapist always says, you have to start with love. The therapist also says, you have to go to the very beginning. So let's do that. Boy, perception is important in this industry. And let me come clean. Let me put the onus on Joe. Let me take some accountability here. Let's let the cat out the bag. You guys guessed it. I take full responsibility for the demise of Slaughterhouse.
Thank you.
Full. I want it. I want to own that shit. Yes. Hold the fuck up, man. You fucking right. Let's talk about it. So let's go back to the beginning first, though. This record was a diss record, right? And we're going to go further back, but I had to be talked off of the ledge. You know, that would have looked ugly. You know how nasty that would have looked back then?
Definitely
to come
wasn't the
out
right
and
time
diss
for
your
that.
boss that you're signed to come out and just start being honest.
Though if I were to pick a rapper that would do it,
True.
it would be Joe
Yeah,
Budden.
but you can't pick a fight with the biggest rapper in the world.
Drake was arguably that when you
Jay.
started.
Yo,
on that
listen,
path.
Me and Drake are a lot closer than me and M. Let's be
Oh, I
very
know
clear.
that. Yeah,
Let's
I
be
know
very clear. Let's be very clear this podcast. Me and Aubrey are a lot closer than me and M. Interpret it how you may. Right? So I would talk those legs. That would have been real bad. It would have just been bad business, and bad business was already plaguing shit, right? So that record didn't start like that. Let's go to the beginning. Let's break this down from the beginning. In my brain, and this is only my brain, y'all know I'm a little weird and obsessive in how I view things. So let's start at the beginning. The beginning is, perception. That's what I was on. Perception's important. I take full responsibility for the demise of the group because now that we can finally talk about it, my perception of M was just very different. It's always been just very different. And their perception of me was always very different. I've never been on, y'all already know how Joe give it up. I'm that major label dude. So let's be clear. When you sign the Shady Records, you sign there with hope. You sign there thinking some things are going to occur that may not be written in a contract. The contract is never going to say, hey, the biggest rap star in the world will do A, B, and C to help your likeness and your visibility and your brand. So that's the hope you go into these things with. Y'all follow me so far?
Yeah.
on board.
Very early in the process, paranoid, trust issue Joe Man, because that's who I've been my whole career. Y'all know I got issues. Y'all know I'm a little nuts. And I've had label drama, and I thought my brothers did as well. I started to see some things that were just very telling, very early on. And the answer that I got every fucking time I sniffed around, the same way I sniffed around at Complex, same way I sniffed around at Def Jam. You know when you don't know shit and you gotta just start sniffing around? Mm-hmm. You know what everybody said? He's a megastar. He can't do that. He can't do that. He's a megastar. Huh? What? Who are y'all talking to? Joe? Y'all not... Wait, all right. Because I fucked shit up in the past. Let me really clearly understand. We can't open up a tour? Oh, you don't go on tour. You too big. How the fuck would I know anything about that? I ain't never been that big.
Is there such thing as being too big on tour?
Yeah.
I never knew.
When I
didn't
first
know that
got to Def
existed.
Jam, the rumblings that were going around at Def Jam was DMX was turning down $2 and $3 million bags because he didn't feel like it. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Then I didn't understand it. Today I do. You take certain things for granted. You just take it for granted sometimes. If he could have those days back, he would do it.
I was about to say every artist would do that.
He would do it. Tell me when the last time you saw an Eminem tour. I'll tell you. The Rihanna tour.
Well, he was just on a tour in Europe, wasn't he?
I was gonna say,
That's not a tour.
Oh.
And if you want to call it a tour, he does that every year. Every year.
Right.
Let me tell you what Joe Budden thought. Joe Budden didn't think that Slaughterhouse opening up for Eminem in London did anything for Slaughterhouse at all. That didn't blow me away. I wasn't mesmerized.
I can understand that.
We're going to come back to that word a lot. Mesmerized. Joe stopped being mesmerized long ago. Joe wasn't mesmerized when he got there. That's a big issue. All right, so tour, fine. You too big. We can't tour. All right, we can't open shit up. We'll keep doing our Chitlin Circuit shit. But boy, am I jealous of Rick Ross and Wale. Wale and Meek Mill. Man. damn, that nigga Ross is out there showing us. This is what Joe is saying. Ross is showing you how you're supposed to be with your artists. He's next to those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Fellas,
You know why all of this
can
is
we
funny?
get this nigga? Tell me where our advantage is in being here with him. Can we get a verse on some shit? Well, we just gotta get the song. And if once we get the right song, and then we send it to Paul. Huh?
You also have to remember, though,
Who the fuck are you telling that to? Me? Okay.
M ain't the business guy, though. Like the way Rick Ross and like Hov are, they always put business first. I don't think M ever has, and it's never been his thought process. So you're dealing with a creative, not really a businessman, and how he's going to leverage Slaughterhouse with his power.
I guess people had to learn that,
Yeah.
Rory. That's what I guess. You're right. But you have to learn that sometimes. All right, so cool. We can't get in verse. Let's go record the album. Record the album. The four of us. Great music, great times. Always great times when it's just the four of us. In Joe's brain. All of this is Joe's brain. Boy, it's a lot of fun when it's just us.
Better music.
We
too.
love it. We love it. Hey, every Slaughterhouse mixtape on the house. What was the other one? There was another one. House Rules. That was all us.
First album.
First album, all us.
Yeah.
All us.
All great music. Too.
All first mixtape before Shady. All us.
Right.
All us. It was us. Boy, we're good. Royce is great. Royce is amazing in that studio. He's great.
Great sessions.
Everybody kind of knew their role. Right? All right, great. We can't get in verse. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, we'll make it happen. I think for me, I got a little lost, and that's why that Tiana topic a few weeks back was real big for me when she was talking about she did an album and then gave it to Kanye, and then it was a different album when it came out. That was real big for me because Shady Records was the very first time that I had experienced that in my career. I had always been in control of my music. And the final result of it, the outcome, when we did all the music, we couldn't hold it. We had to send it somewhere. And then by the time it came back, it was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same.
I mean, it sounded like a bunch of Eminem beats,
But it wasn't.
but it sounded like
Right.
it to me.
Well, he
I'm not saying that he did it,
yeah.
but ones that
Well-
would be for M.
It's
Well, I
even-
mean,
it's even deeper.
If that
than
weren't bad enough in Joe's brain, because let me keep reminding the listeners, all of this is Joe's brain and Joe's perspective. Other people can have their own, but this is my platform, so I'm going to tell you mine. If that weren't insult to injury enough, right? Because back then, you know, like I said with the Tiana topic, there's certain people that you just, I guess, they're so great that you have to trust.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to keep reminding people what I've been up against. Self-awareness is important. I understand how powerful some people's light can be. It's blinding sometimes.
But Joe, the reason why all of this is funny is because, you know, when Mike and everybody would call me and, you know, other guys the contingency boys because of things that we were saying behind the scenes amongst the group. But this is things that I was thinking. And I'm just like, why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? Why isn't... And everybody's answer was always like, it was like, that's the Wizard of Oz. You can't go see the wizard unless it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there like, but little
on the
things
yellow
will
brick road,
push this
confused.
like further than y'all can imagine. Just little things.
Yeah, man.
So
yes.
everybody looking at us like, the contingency boys, and I'm like, but it's because we're sitting here looking at something, and it's like this plain as clear as day. Little things here and there will move this whole movement further. But here we are in 2018.
So we give him all the music, cool. It always came back saying we needed 5 more songs, new direction. There's no singing, you know, all of the major label stuff that Joe Budden has hated his entire career.
Yeah.
And anytime we was on a page and I went in there and I said some shit, I was the only one saying stuff. I mean, I want to be clear in how I was viewed there. And let me also be very honest. That was a very shitty version of Joe Budden. So if there were ever a version of Joe Budden to be judged, it was that one. I just didn't really feel it was fair to be judged there the way that they were judging me because Eminem has been Eminem. Like, I grew up on Eminem too.
Right.
So you can't judge Joe. How can you judge Joe for taking pills?
Right.
Like, how can you judge Joe for these allegations that are floating? If anybody gets it, you get it.
Right.
And let me say, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. But that was my thinking back then. So if that wasn't bad enough that you can't hold your own music, every time we had to go do 5 or 6 more songs, it was always Mad Eminem beats. They were horrible. They were horrible fucking beats.
I've said it to you a lot about that album.
I've said it in sessions.
I don't-
was
They
like-
were bad fucking beats, man.
Yeah.
And in private,
But no, hold up, Joe.
Especially
I
for
don't
y'all four.
care.
It wasn't about
man.
it. I don't want to say they were bad beats.
They weren't for
beats
us. They weren't for us. They weren't for us. They weren't
no,
for
some of those
us.
were
I
just
take it
straight up
back.
bad
I
beats.
take it back. I take it back. They weren't for us.
Yeah, they
weren't
weren't
for
for
us.
Slaughterhouse.
And let me tell you something. Even if it's a bad beat, when one of the greatest rappers in the universe is pitching it to you,
Right.
nodding his head, it's in the bigs, it's in the big sexy studio.
Yeah.
That shit might sound like I mean,
Right.
but is it us?
No, it definitely wasn't
No,
Joe.
it wasn't. But you say that in Slaughtermouse. Who am I to go against so many records sold? Obviously, what you've done has worked. Who the
That-
fuck am I to say? Because it hasn't worked for
But
me.
what works for somebody else doesn't necessarily work for you. or
Also
work for
says
me.
in
Yeah.
the song, "What's good
You know
for
what I
the
mean?
goose ain't good for the
That's
gander."
very important that we remember that.
Yeah.
That's a life lesson.
Absolutely.
What works for you in your life is not going to work for me.
100%. And back then, I mean, again, this is my virgin, so my brothers might beg to differ. I was saying, guys, we're not white.
Yeah. His fan base is not
We
your
don't
fan base.
have his fan base.
Yeah.
We don't want his fan base.
Yeah.
That
and
ain't
on top
even-
of that, y'all
that
also
ain't-
like grimy,
Yeah.
real rappers.
Yo,
Hammer Dance was y'all box.
Yeah.
yo.
But even
As
some
far
of the
as
ones
sound.
that he didn't produce, like the additional stuff he did on it, like Frat House, for instance, like all types of explosions and
Let me add some more context here. Let me add some more context here as to what I was up against. And again, this is just Joe Budden brain. Be very clear, Joel Ortiz got his start with Dre on Aftermath.
right.
That's important to note.
Yeah.
Be clear, Crook is a West Coast nigga to the death.
Started with Suge.
I don't need to paint the affiliations here for people. But for a group of bandits, a group of misfits, I'll be honest with you guys.
Y'all didn't sound like it.
Sometimes you gotta really, that's when you're at that crossroads of, nigga, you wanna risk it all? You wanna take the leap of faith? You wanna go for it? You wanna really go you wanna do this? You really wanna jump out there with it? You wanna go for the single? Wanna get radio? Is that who we are? What do we really want? Again, when you sign your record deal, ask yourself, what do you really want? I want respect. I didn't want money, and I didn't want fame. I wanted respect. I can't put words in my brother's mouths, but I was the only one with that stance. In my head. I could be totally, totally wrong. In my head, that's just what it was. If that weren't the end of it, sometimes when the songs came back, verses were missing. It's 4 niggas in a group. You want an M verse? That's 5 niggas. All these niggas rap. This is before 8 and 12s really became the thing, and we had to try to figure shit out. Somebody's verse had to go. Imagine that competition in the studio racing to the booth.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. It's nasty. I don't want a part of that. I don't want a part of that. But anyway, when the verses came back, it was normally Joe's verse cut. That gave a lot of information to Joe.
Why do you think that is?
Because Joe's the most popular member in the group. Do I need to tell you why you can't cut Joe's verse off certain songs?
No, I'm asking why you think they were cut. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know. It may not have been the best verse. I don't know. I can't speak to people. I can't speak for people. But most of the songs were like emo kind of songs. So that was telling. What it said to Joe was, you don't know shit about the group. You don't know shit about the group. You don't know shit about the three niggas that, and I'm not talking about Royce. I'm talking about me, Crook, Joel, individually. You know nothing about us. Or if you did, you would never be able to make sense of taking Joe off of our emo intro that Joe had to fight for to even be there in the first place. Mm-hmm. Y'all cut that record. See, that's more shit. Joe got a real problem with other niggas being able to determine what goes and what doesn't go in Joe's fucking idea. Nigga, let's talk about it for a little bit. Know what Joe's gonna do every time you try to contaminate his idea? Guess, nigga. You fucking right. Exit. Exit stage left. When you know your value, take your value with you. Oh, y'all know what's going on? Then go make it go on. Go make it go on. Replace me. Do something. But my time here is over. I understand my brother's sentiment when they say maybe I should have told them that in a much clearer way. In my head, I was saying that every which way possible. Let's fast forward and remove myself, because my love for this hip-hop thing is a very selfless thing. So let's get back into the music. Let's be honest here. This is me with MC Brain. Pause. What happens with the big megastars, Marshall, is, and this is what I noticed during my time there, because you've been my greatest case study. I'll be honest with you. I've watched you very closely during my time here. I have. So let's start at the beginning. Paul Rosenberg. Paul Rosenberg was a rapper, right? Paul Rosenberg, for whatever reason, don't end up rapping or popping off. Paul Rosenberg finds Marshall Mathers. Marshall Mathers is an amazing talent rapper. You know what happens with most amazing rappers when a nigga finds them? They can't make a record. They can't make a song. They got to go learn how to make the fucking song. Happened to me, happened to Marshall. So he had to go learn how to make a fucking song. Some brains somewhere came up with some amazing shit. When I say shit, I don't just mean music. I mean a plan. And from that, I was sitting in my room at 17 looking at MTV with this white nigga who was amazing with words saying, "Hi, kids. Do you like eyelids?"
Violence.
As a nigga on Dust, boy, did I love all of that. And you were super nice. Let me be the first to tell you, since you've been in this megastar cocoon, because that's what happens with the megastars. Y'all stay in cocoons. You popped off quick. And when you pop off quick, all that type of success, and oh man, it's a lot to deal with, baby. Baby, is it a lot to deal with? They sheltered you your whole fucking career. They had to. Who was selling records like that? Only niggas moving units, Pimp Juice, and us. You was doing amazing shit, and you've been sheltered. Let me speed this up for you. Newsflash, M. I heard the album. And because I think you don't really know all the members that were in the group, I don't really think you know our history. Let me tell you what Joe Budden has thought this entire time. I've been better than you this entire fucking decade. Huh? Can't say that back then. Can't say that back then. But in my rapper brain, I'm a content nigga. You gotta say something. You have not said anything for the better part of a whole fucking decade.
That's true.
You have rhymed a bunch of words. So, let me give you some love. Eminem is the best rhymer of words in the world. On the planet. He can rhyme letters.
Yeah.
He can rhyme words that don't rhyme. He can rhyme accents damn near. He can do a lot. Boy, he's talented. Know the hip hop I fell in love with? The hip hop that said you gotta say something. I personally haven't heard that Marshall in quite some time.
Yeah. I think Recovery might have been the only little minute that I felt like it was the old Content M.
Yeah.
How could I be mesmerized of someone that I think I'm better than? You've been in your cocoon, so you're unaware of a few things. The tricks that you tried with the pop stars, you can't come out of your cocoon and pull with the rappers. You're no longer in control. You're not the person in control. That's the point. The people that you shouting out, the people you're dissing. Let me get off of that for a minute. Know what my greatest line in my entire diss history is? All of my diss tracks. Know what the greatest line is ever that I've ever said out of all the punchlines, flows, schemes? Know my favorite? Last bar. Pain in his life. Saigon. Cut the track off. Listen to your thoughts. Checkmate. I don't know what album y'all heard. I heard a nigga that knows it's over. I heard a nigga that knows. I heard a nigga that's fully aware that he has not said shit for about a decade now. I see a nigga threatened by the other niggas in the game. I see a nigga still using the old trick. Fam, stop calling niggas name. Stop just throwing names out and thinking that that's gonna be a single because you said a bunch of names. You ain't said shit. Find another muse. Pull from somewhere else. You fucking superstar niggas been sheltered and bored. MGK is right. Y'all been slaves to your own fucking superstardom. You can't leave the house. It costs money for you to go out. You don't know shit about shit, M. You don't know that it's probably 3 niggas on the label that are better than you.
Talk about
Oh, wait a minute. Griselda's there too now.
Which is another
Wait a minute. You got the nerve to be shouting out all these niggas on your fucking album and you don't never shout out none of the niggas that you signed? How you really feel about the niggas that you've signed, M? Let's talk about it. You don't think it's odd that you've said my name more as adversaries than you did when I was there? You don't find it odd? You don't think that looks like you not into the business of shady? You into the business of shady?
That was a bar.
The fuck is wrong? Hey, let me tell you something. You don't get to come out and call the shots. Number 1, as the lesser MC. Number 2, as you're not backed anymore, nigga. Fair playing ground. Fuck is you on? It's me. It's me. I love this. Ask about me. My dick get hard when it's the mere mention of rap beef. Pause. Ask your friends. You thought that a domestic violence bar would get Joe out the bed?
And M is better than
Who
that
thought
last
that?
line.
Hey, anybody out there? Who thought a domestic violence bar was getting Joe out the bed? M, you know the rules of engagement. You know how this goes. No, nigga, I'm retired. I had to go get my millions another way since you wouldn't help. You got the fucking nerve. Insecure man. Now you gotta prove you belong here. Rosenberg, Peter Rosenberg did that same thing. For you to be such an amazing rapper, why you got to prove that you belong here all of a sudden? Why are you saying that in the first song? That's not hard to know, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But these are things that I've been felt for years. But I just know that if I say it, I'm the unpopular opinion in the room.
Yeah, you're the hater.
M.
No, I feel like that's become a pretty popular opinion.
Yeah, but when I used to say Royce is better than M, everybody thought I was crazy.
Royce is 100% better
When I
than
say
M.
he makes better music than M, people thought I was
Royce
crazy.
100% makes better music than M.
But when I said it, it wasn't the popular opinion.
Because we let's not say this. Let's leave Royce out of this. Because Royce, let's leave him
No,
out.
that's not. No, we ain't put. I'm just saying. Everything you're saying, the sentiments that you're expressing, is what I've been expressing. I haven't been amazed by Eminem in years.
Them tricks
love
that
him
you
doesn't take nothing away from his
them
legacy,
tricks that
but-
you pull with the pop stars ain't gonna work with the rappers, especially the ones that's not mesmerized. You're naming niggas that still mesmerized with you, and you still a little dated. You naming Hopkins. I mean, not Hopkins. Hobson. Hobson retired 7 times. He's retired 7 times, number one. Number 2, he does the rapidy rap shit and he says stuff. You name Cole, he rapidy raps, he says stuff. You name Kendrick, he rapidy rap and he says stuff. You name Logic, he rapidy raps. And funny you should mention him. You want to really have some conversations about what adult Joe thinks you've brought to this game? How far do we want to take these hot takes? I think I could go to court and make a valid argument that you was the first plant. I'm not going to do that. But talk about all you've brought to the game. You brought a lot more niggas than that. And all of them ain't nice. I hear a nigga on that album. This is the first time you ever came out and said that you bodied Hove on Renegade. Why'd you say that? You don't ever ask yourself that?
You know why?
Blueprint came out in 2001.
Yeah.
It's 2018. M is coming out and telling us, and that was a punchline, by the way. I got everybody waiting like the feature that everybody said I got the better on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever that line was. M.
Sounded like a
Newsflash.
impression.
You're not in the same ballpark as Hove. I was always that guy too in Slaughterhouse. I'm a Hove guy. I'm a Hove guy.
I'm biased, but I
Sorry.
never thought that M killed him on Renegade.
Same.
I think Nas just said that, and then people agreed.
That's what usually happens.
I think M got him, but I mean, I also don't think that proves you the better MC.
I think they both. I think they
I think
both
it
had
was-
amazing performances,
Yeah.
talking about two different perspectives of a white person and a black
But let's
person.
not even change where we're going. Let's keep it on. But why did he say that?
Right.
Why? That's important.
I don't wanna use the
just think
word
about it. Y'all
desperate,
think about it.
but-
Just y'all think about it. Just y'all don't answer. Just y'all think about it. I'm just giving y'all where I'm at with it. Also, that line about me, the domestic violence shit coming from you is just like it's just a little. It's a little.
That's a weird messenger.
One, it's just a trash bar and diss for a really good rapper. Could do a better diss to you than that. And then on top of that, with Eminem's history, I know no one's gonna say it. He's been accused of these things before too. So you think he'd be a little
For
bit more
sure.
sensitive
Right.
and think maybe I shouldn't be the one to say that.
And then his fucking dated, uninformed ass goes back to his big joker that's worked his entire career, because that's what big megastars do. Now you're talking about Tyler and faggot, homophobic. Shut up. Shut up, nigga. Newsflash, M, Cocoon, megastar, man. The gays run the world. The gays run the world. They're not reacting like they did when you had TRL on Smash. Sorry, man. It's a different time. It's a different time. I was always saying that when I was confused as to why you never were aware of anything that was on the internet. I always think the niggas that ain't on the internet are gonna get left behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me get back to my emotional roller coaster. Because at some point, MC Brain came back and had to weigh some things. Because I have nothing to gain by rapping. ever. I'm done there. And I heard a lot of people saying, yo, you gotta get up for M, yo. It was M Center, but y'all don't know I've been feeling like this for a long time. So that don't really do it for me either. And he's desperate. Not Joe. No. First song, he comes out and lets everybody know that he's a big megastar, and him even saying somebody's name gets them a whole lot of press and exposure. That's very telling too. It's telling that you know that, yet you spent your entire album calling names. It's telling that it sounds like you didn't have anything to rap about at all until Joe's honest critique. That's telling too.
The mission is great.
The mission is fucking. Do you remember the last line in Idols before the 7 Camel beat came on? Something. Oh no, maybe the first verse. The last line of the first verse. Something about since I ain't got the reach to do it, so let me reach who could do it.
Right.
Damn, how things change from then. Now we reach everybody. But damn, I had a point that I was getting to before I just got thrown over. What was I saying?
M not having anything to rap about.
Oh wait, oh yeah. So that's really telling to a nigga named Joe too. That now you have something to rap about. Because let me tell you what my theory is, and has been for quite some time. I hate humans. Humans are viruses. We just suck shit. We just, right? Who said that? We said that from the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
I would have sounded nuts saying this a little while back, so I never said it. Well, I said it to some people, but damn, where was I going just now? About what? What was we talking about? Remind me. Hurry up.
About M not having anything to rap about.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Damn, that's like the 9th time I've asked you that. Yo, all right, so back bong.
That's what this whole thing is about.
No, M having nothing to rap about, right? So back then, here's a theory. CSI said you gotta look for facts to support theories, not theories to support facts, or something like that, right?
Thank you, CSI.
Yes, that was a long time ago. Season 1, Gil Grissom, one of the smartest men ever. So back then, I was saying, and this was my theory. My theory was, yo, such a great rapper and such a quick fall from grace where a nigga has nothing to talk about. I don't think the label cares about us at all. I think we're a passion project.
Yeah.
But no, I'm telling you that was an epiphany for me.
Oh.
One day, said, wow, I think that we are like pet toys. I think that we are here because of our great rapping ability. Who else would notice that but another great rapper? Right. And here we are, but it ain't really about us. And then magically, I just started watching what was happening. Then Bad Meets Evil comes out. A lot starts happening. So that lends me to think, oh shit, oh my fucking God, oh fuck. And then I was married to that thought. We got to get out of here. We got to get back to our sound. We got to get back to us. We got to get back to owning our shit. We got to get away from this nigga. That might be a hard sell to these three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
To a lot of people.
Yeah. But my theory was, oh shit, we're the muse. We're inspiring him. Who the fuck is going to ever believe that? Nobody. Until there is no more Slaughterhouse. And then the next group is Griselda. Right? That is the next group, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would be the next signees.
Guess what? Same pattern. They've lost traction too now. It's all right. Y'all can say it. We love them. Mm-hmm. We love them. But let's call a spade a fucking spade.
I agree.
Them niggas' steam was rolling alone. Mm-hmm. Is it rolling now?
Definitely slowed down.
But no, they doing shit on their own.
Oh yeah,
have we seen?
They not gonna stop.
I don't think it slowed down. It just
there?
didn't elevate the way it should have with a major machine behind it.
Hey,
They was fine on their own.
so I
great.
thought. So while
they both put out amazing projects, and their merch shit be moving, but they have the machine behind them now, and the machine didn't do a fucking thing.
Yeah, you'd
Right.
think you'd get a little bump.
I don't even think M knew that Westside was even putting out an album, or Conway.
he didn't know it was my birthday when he dropped. He didn't know shit. he didn't know shit. He doesn't know anybody. We never spoke to him. We don't communicate with him. We didn't exchange numbers.
You don't
I didn't understand.
He didn't wish you a happy birthday.
Listen, y'all joking around, but when the narrative was going around that Joe Budden is not trustworthy. Joe Budden is burnt the bridge. Joe Budden is doing X, Y, and Z. I was like, wait a minute now, hold up. To gain trust, you gotta instill trust. What the fuck has the label done to gain Joe's trust? I'm not mesmerized here. Nigga. You all on the album proving your self-worth, taking credit for 50 Cent's arrival. Newsflash, megastar, man. You didn't choose him. He chose you. 50 Cent could have signed with any nigga in the fucking universe. I was on Desert Storm. They sent him a contract. Well, not one, but I was around. I was on Def Jam. Universal. They sent him a contract. Everybody with ears sent 50 Cent a contract. Know what Joe thinks? Know what Joe thinks? I ain't really hear you with him until he was hot already. I didn't hear you with Kendrick until we knew Kendrick was Kendrick already. Rappers are stock options, people. So let me tell you something. Joe was at the label thinking the signs were on the wall long ago. Long ago. I was watching Kendrick very closely. I gotta watch Dre's new baby. When I'm with Dre's old baby. I saw a lot of money go to him once he proved himself. Know what Joe said in his brain? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look who's priority now.
Uh-oh. That's around the same time that Slaughterhouse can't seem to get funds for support from Interscope. That's not a mistake. The writing is on the wall, people. Who can't see these things coming? Who can't see it? Fast forward. Emma's putting out music, it's trash. He's telling us it's trash. That's also on the album. Him, first song, him saying, yo, I maybe could have said the Trump shit a little differently. Hey, same thing I said. Why am I getting dissed? Right. Emma's on the album saying, hey, Revival, it wasn't really the greatest. Hey, same thing Joe said. Why is Joe getting dissed?
Yeah.
Just stop me when I'm wrong. I'm off on a tangent here. I apologize to the people listening.
No, this is great. This is great.
Is it?
This is.
I don't want to be too long.
No, this is informative.
No.
Is it cool?
It's cool.
Okay. So back to rappers being like, I view it like superheroes and stock options. So the writing was on the wall in Joe's brain in regards to M and just being on Shady. I attribute some of the albums being whack to Dre not being around.
Absolutely.
Dre left.
Yeah.
Dre was gone, you guys. That's important to note in the story.
Yeah.
Dre was gone. Know what happened when Dre left? Jimmy left too. Know what that says about the label? People, figure it out on your own. Hey, know who else left from that fallout? 50 left too. 50 left too. I'm just telling y'all what Joe's brain was saying while everyone was, all those people left and TDE arrived.
Killed it.
That was important. Let me go on my phone really quickly here. Oh, so then when I started thinking that, to know what's coming in the future, you got to look to the past. I thought about D12. Like, Emma's not the best businessman. Emma's an artist. You got to always be careful with artists trying to promote other artists.
Yeah.
When I went back to look at D12, and I won't speak on other people, that's their business, but something happened. I'm sure the fans came away with something happened. We didn't see a great close.
Yeah, especially because their first album did really, really well. They had 2 really big records.
Yeah, their album did well. Obi's album did well.
It wasn't like something that they tried and flopped. It was quite the opposite. D12 was very successful.
And then something happened out the blue. We didn't know, but they were successful. D12 could be successful with the M formula. Like Purple Pills and all that can't really work for Slaughterhouse.
Right.
This is when you was going to have to adapt.
Right.
You was going to have to change and show something different. And while I was going through all this shit behind the scenes, know who started beefing publicly? Yellow Wolf. Oh, that's another nigga now. Feeling away. Interesting. I started to feel like M is just coming and taking what he needs and going and doing what he needed to do. I can't prove that. I couldn't prove that to anybody. And when I finally felt like I had nobody else to fucking talk to, I did what Joe Budden has always done. I went in the booth. This song came out what year?
14 maybe? Wait, no, this is before. So this is probably 12. 2012.
2012?
I think so. 13?
2013.
I don't know if that's right.
Savon, find out when On the House came out, the mixtape. Listen to Joe Budden. You always
I guess
have
we
to
probably
get into
recorded it at
lyrics.
12. Yeah.
You gotta get into lyrics. Listen to this verse.
Thought we were defying the odds. I thought that we weathered the storm. I thought that we traveled the same road. I thought that we'd never conform.
Thought we were defying the odds. I thought we weathered the storm. Do y'all know what that even means?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Joe Budden verses out there that are solely focused on the love I have for my brothers and my brothers only. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that I'm only ever talking about my brothers and those gentlemen. It's important to highlight because whatever tension exists between me and my brothers solely exists because how all of us view him.
Well,
I just thought that the group could do better without him. I thought that we were better than him. I thought we didn't need him. And I thought that we could get paid from a very powerful brand that we created as an indie festival monster, not really as a major label hit-making factory.
right.
See, being Eminem works great for Eminem,
Right.
just not so much for us.
Don't tell me you bastards tricked me. Don't tell me that I was just wrong. Cause now I'm asking, it gets to me whenever we about to perform.
That's a nigga crying for help, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to the rapidy rap nerdy people. That's a nigga that is exhausted and has tried every other outlet. That's a nigga that has seen a wall at every turn. Don't tell me that we're conforming now.
Yeah.
I'm at the last leg of my career. Managers can manage at 70. Rappers can't.
Yeah.
Rappers can't rap at 70. So if there's some shit to be fixed, Joe Budden thinking he should fix it now, my nigga, because I'm on my way out. Like, I was clear. I was very aware I was on my way out. I wasn't holding on. I wasn't having fun. That's not fun.
Thought we was about to heat up. It's taking a while to get warm.
Whoa, M, that's to you, my brother. I thought we was about to heat up. It's taking a little while. How can that be with the biggest rap star in the world? You can't make it make sense to me. I'm not going to continue here, but you just couldn't make it make sense to me. Let me give you the last part of my emotional roller coaster and the crossroads that I was at eventually in my head. That shit you spit toward me was trash. And I'm not getting out of my bed to respond to that. Just like I don't think anybody else should have got out of their bed to respond to your ass either. They should have just left you bored and mad like MGK said. Because what happens is, M, if you were paying any attention to your group, the irony is you're faced with now all the same things that we were faced with back then, which is how do we transition as the rapidy rap guys in a new climate? We had songs coming at everybody. You said don't put them out. Or Paul? Funny you're doing all of those same things now. M, as another rapidy rapper, let me tell you some more shit. What happened was rap was born in New York, and it started out as the metric for being nice as an MC was how nice you are as an MC, right? What happened was the other creators that weren't so nice at MCing, you know what they did? They created.
Right.
You know what was birthed from that? All of these kids. Yeah, they couldn't rap like us, but we couldn't melody like them. We couldn't vibe like them. They changed structure. They changed sound. They changed everything in music while you and Nicki and all the other superstars were busy being superstars. Y'all had the rug was pulled from under you guys. Y'all had no idea that the things that made y'all a superstar were no longer working. Because these kids who maybe couldn't rap the greatest created some shit. Hey, when I had to let go of that resentment and that bitterness, boy, was I happy about everything. And I loved and welcomed a lot of people. When I preach about the young kids, it's just for them to be aware and have their business in order because they have full control that we didn't have back in the day.
Right.
That's all. So here you come angry at the kids. Yes, you're right, Em. They can't do what you do. And
Nobody
you can't
can.
do what they can do.
Right.
You got the fucking audacity on that album to say you got no faith in the writers, you don't believe in ghosts. Know what I thought when I heard that? The fucking gall, nigga. For 10 years, nigga, we stopped having faith in you. Not writers. Why is Safari calling me?
He just heard
To
Nicki's
put his
name.
input in.
Safari, I have to... Safari. Pass me this thing. Pass me this. Oh, God, man. I'm trying to be...
Yo, I'm here listening to you and you interrupted me, bro. You're supposed to be talking.
I was talking. I was actually in the middle of my podcast.
Hey, podcast, what's up?
Safari. Safari. I'm talking about Eminem right now. It's a bad time. All right? I'm going to call you back after I'm done.
All right.
Podcast. That nigga said podcast. What's up?
Yo,
Safari gonna let niggas know he Jamaican.
Safari bought me a little man purse for my birthday.
Merce.
Yeah, a satchel.
Oh, that's cute.
It's European.
I like
It's
your guys'
Gucci.
friendship.
It's Gucci. I'm going to wear it.
You was trying to teach you how to dance the other day?
Yeah, man. Well, because I asked my kid to teach me some of the young kid dances because as easy as they look, some of them are a little difficult to do. And, like, I'm intrigued by it. So I asked my kid.
You're taking the kid's side in this Eminem beef right now, so now you got to learn how to do all their dances.
Yeah, no, I'm with the kids. Yo, so I'm
preparing.
So I'm talking to my kid because little does he know, boy, me and his mom used to tear it up on the dance floor. His mom's a dancer. I'm thinking he know how to dance. Guess what? He can't dance for shit. He don't know how to do the fucking dances, so I had to ask Safari.
Teach my kid.
No, to teach me. And of course, he knew how to do all the little stupid
Oh, of
kid
course.
dances. Of course he did.
Anyways, let's get back to where you were at.
What was you talking about?
Eminem having the audacity to diss all the little kids.
Yo, niggas
When-
don't have faith in your pen, M. The nerve of Paul to come out, we weren't dissing Drake. Oh, you worried now, huh?
Yeah, I didn't understand. Yo, listen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you don't be pussy
Yeah.
now.
Yo,
Don't
listen.
you be...
I didn't understand that.
Hold on, let's
man.
play the fairy music, man.
I didn't understand that. That bothered me.
You can't be dissing Drake if you use the Drake song as like your 4-song album.
Yeah, but it's at the same time.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, you
Be
can't.
clear. He was
can.
dissing Drake.
Cannabis and L beefed on the same record.
Who was he?
Let's not
Who
forget-
else was he dissing?
He was dissing.
Lie to me now.
He went at Drake.
Lie to me now.
He went at Drake.
Come on, of course he was.
was at
going-
Drake.
He went at everybody, but
Listen,
he went.
this moment in hip hop right here is when Rocky cut the Russian when he started bleeding.
change
This
in
is what it
regard,
is.
yeah.
This is like, oh shit,
Nah,
he's human too.
It's funny you said that. I think this is like Rocky versus Tommy. Wasn't that Rocky 5?
Yeah,
When Rocky was still trying to show he had a little something. I mean, I think he still won the fight, but we don't care about that. That nigga Tommy, that white boy with them curls, is gonna kick Rocky ass. Yeah, Em, I know you don't know me very well, but not only do I think that a bout between you and I would end embarrassing for you, I don't even think there's a chance you would win it. I don't think there's one chance. And I'm being 100% honest. So let me get to the end of my emotional roller coaster because this is when I was at my crossroads. you big enough for me to respond to.
Oh, for sure. They don't get much.
But I mean, be clear, Joe has never responded to niggas because they were famous, because they were big.
No.
Like, I know that that's how it's always looked, even with me and Drake. But I loved him then. Like, I'm gonna always beef with, like, address niggas that I love, because that's when I have a lot to say. When I said M has been my greatest case study, I've been watching M since 1996. You got to be really careful of niggas that's a fan of yours. I have a lot to say. And for me to think that he is incapable of saying very much, I don't even really see how it's a contest. I'm only not going because when I go...
I mean, there's a booth here. There's a booth right behind us.
Mike's set up.
Your engineer is right there.
Y'all know me, right? Rory might not know me. Parks knows.
I know you.
Maul might act like he don't know me.
He knows.
Maul,
What you mean?
Maul knows.
What you mean?
When I shoot, I'm not just shooting at one nigga. I'm shooting at every nigga I think has an issue. And unfortunately, it's a few niggas I think got a few issues. So I'm chilling. The end of my crossroads was this. Do we reply to somebody who is this big and famous, especially when we know our words hurt? Like, Joe's words mince. Them shits cut deep into a nigga that's already shown himself to be extremely sensitive versus a nigga who's numb to everything. I just don't see how it'd be good for you, and I do care about you.
Well, I want to see it. I'm just putting that out there.
True.
I want to see the dance.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll buy tickets to that dance.
Definitely. I'd wear
you
my
know-
best.
But if I'm
You
in
know why-
Vegas, let me just say that I would put my money on you though.
You know why it would be a quick dance? You know why it'd be a quick dance?
I don't think he'd respond.
He wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
He would ball up like a nigga do when he get punched in his fucking ribs by a nigga who has punched niggas in his ribs his whole career. And if you ask me, there was a brief moment in time where Mariah had the upper hand on you.
You know what was funny? That was one thing that I was talking about with the homies. I'm like, yo, who has M ever really got into it with?
Hey, there was a
Benzino.
moment in time
Benzino and Christopher Williams.
where a jawline,
Everlast?
it stung you a little bit. And Everlast had the smoke for him. I know you don't know about me. You better go check my fucking Carfax, nigga. You better go ask some niggas that's close to you. I live for this type of shit. And all of that rapidy rap, lyrical miracle bullshit, any nigga who want it like that think they want it with me, I don't think you would fare well. I also think it's really corny when retired niggas pop shit about what they woulda, coulda, woulda done. So, I feel like I'm in control of the rules here, M. I'm backed now. You're not so much. Paul is at Def Jam. It even looks weird when Paul is tweeting us about 2 Chainz' album. Y'all don't think that's weird? Paul, who has stayed with his fucking megastar his entire career, not associating with anybody real fucking bougie with his act because he's the best act in the world when he's not the best act in the world. Oh boy, you got a lot of promo for niggas, don't you, Paul?
It's time to show and prove.
Hey, you know what I think is real funny, Paul? Before my Complex job started, when I walked in Complex and we sat down for the screening the first time with me and Act, know who I saw in Noah's office? You. Know what I said to myself? Why is Paul in Complex? That's weird.
That's odd.
Great, he's cool with Noah. That's cool. Fast forward, Paul ends up giving Noah a job at Def Jam. That's awesome. Know what I said to myself? Damn, I think Roy should have a job somewhere. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Nobody get mad at me. It's only my opinion. But I just thought it was telling. I'm taking a job at Complex. You up at Complex preparing for the job that you about to take. Back to stock options. Oh, shit. Not only did Dre 50 and Jimmy left, Paul's leaving too. Know what that means? Megastar man got to come up from out of that cocoon and learn some things. Now we're seeing you try to adjust to the internet. Looks weird. You're not doing it as well as Will Smith. You look like the old uncool guy. Will Smith looks a little cool still. So let me end this by saying this. Eminem, because I'm calling the shots here, and because I'm better than you, and because I'm back now, and because I'm empowered, because now both of us are rich. Hard to talk to rich niggas a certain way when you're not rich. But another thing I read is you'll never get rich if you don't act rich. Boy, a lot of things I was saying back in the day sound brilliant now. So you right, Em. All along your album, I hear you, a common theme on your album talking about how you are not like somebody. I find that to be interesting because on Slaughtermouse, I was saying how we're more alike than we're different. Never got a phone call from you about that. That's odd too. A little odd. But now here we are. So let me end this with this. I know I've said this a lot. This is what I'm thinking, Em. I'm retired. And that bullshit that you spit was bullshit. Not getting out of bed for it. Now, you inspire me the way that my harsh criticism inspired you. You go spit something to make the superior MC, me, get out of his bed. Because domestic violence bars are not going to do it. And I'm not MGK. I'm not just jumping at the chance to respond to you. I know what you and Paul doing, my nigga. It's over. It's over and you know it. And the second I thought that you didn't know it, and the second I thought it's impossible for him to be able to pull some type of creative shit from niggas less famous than him, I listened to your album and Stepping Stone. You confirm it for me. You say, it's over, dog. I tried to help niggas. I thought in my head it didn't quite work out as planned. I'm not charting now myself. You tried to sing it, so you tried to hide it. You don't sound very confident. How can you also be that guy and then talk about how you not like somebody? You right, you not like me, M. I don't move nowhere without my niggas. When I make a bag, my niggas make the bag. I'm looking around at niggas close to niggas. I'm not judging niggas as rappers no more. I'm past that. I'm retired, baby. I'm judging niggas as men. What kind of man are you? Don't tell me on your album how much you love D12. When I look at Bizarre, he don't look like he's doing very well. Tata looks great. Tata's skin is glowing. Hey, Jay Brown looks impeccable. B-Dot looks rather lathered. Hey, all Jay's career, all he ever do is talk about all the other niggas he made millionaires. Let's talk about it, nigga. The nerve of you to fucking speak his name. You not like him. And you not like me. No, buddy. We not the same.
Tata looks great.
We not the same. Did Bizarre look great? No.
Oh, man. Royce looks great.
Royce does look great.
I factored that into my thinking long ago, Mo.
Yeah.
Do you know that Royce, I love Royce like a brother outside of rap. Fuck rap. I've seen Royce put his life on the line for me. I've seen Royce put his career on the line for me. Now, is it because he was stubborn? Is it because he loves me? Who cares? But guess what? Joe values things that way.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm never addressing Royce, ever. Anything I ever say, I'm not addressing Royce. But it puts him and I in an interesting spot. You know what I mean? And that I won't talk about.
Sure.
That I won't talk about. So my crossroads is this. In the event that you want to address me, nigga, you'll do it outside of your album rollout. Let me know that you mean it. Let me know that you really took some time out of your day to go in the booth and address another nigga when there was no financial gain involved for you. I keep saying that. And the second that you do it, I'm on your ass. Hear me loud and clear.
There we have it.
I am gonna cut your fucking ass up. And I've been waiting, baby. I thought it was odd when I was asking around, sniffing around, asking people why you were always wearing Air Maxes, and the answer I got was analytics.
Those tests better?
It's the yeah. Y'all laughing at me.
Is that a great
I
performance?
had the same reaction. It's the same way that during the presidential election, the niggas will go out there and it's a big conversation about what color tie they'll wear. The therapist will tell you certain colors and ensue certain things and thoughts and feelings. Like that's why psycho people, they put them in all white rooms. Presidents, they wear, I don't know because I'm not fact checking here, but it's normally blue.
I know what you're talking about.
It's the color they don't wear.
Yeah.
It's the color they stay away from because it's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's part of the reason that I know Drake is such a scientist. Because megastars are scientists. They're not doing music.
Mm-hmm.
They can't.
No.
It's too much on the line, and they're appealing to too many different people. It's not about them anymore, and they're responsible for too much money. Drake makes a lot of money for a lot of people. M did too for a long time. Right? Boy, my memory is bad. Anyway, I'm done with you, M. That was 101 minutes to your ass. Get Froggy outside of your album rollout, and I'm going to learn you a fucking good one along with some other people. Period.